Hello, my beautiful ecological fiends. Welcome to the 2021 year in review. This year is my first full calendar year with this channel on YouTube. I have had some other channels in the past, but this tonight is about this channel. I'm so excited that I'm here. I'm so excited that you're here, and I want to say thank you for everything. As I'm making this, we're at 187 subscribers, and I could not be more thankful for that. For you, if you're one of them. If not, that's okay too. I'm still happy you're here. I want to share that I read every single comment that y'all leave me, and I want to say thank you for those because they are by and large so incredibly kind and sweet, and they are the thing that makes me want to keep doing YouTube. It's really awesome to connect with y'all like that. As promised, there will be a 2021 montage in just a second, but before we get there, I want to talk about one specific set of comments that I got. I'm not going to say who wrote them or even what video they're from because that's not what this is about. In the video, I was doing something mechanical and I wasn't doing the best job, and I'll be honest, that's not where my knowledge base comes from, so I was learning along the way, and that is one of my most viewed videos, and I've gotten the most likes on this specific video and the most audience engagement from y'all, which were, again, almost entirely incredibly sweet things. I'm going to read the comment to you now that this person wrote on the video. They wrote, "Is this how men are built now? You literally emasculated yourself as a weak male with no actual mechanical skills? Just sad." As a rule, and I think most creators follow this rule, I don't respond to negative comments because I find that it just makes things worse. And oftentimes these people are seeking attention. That's what they're craving. So they lash out and reach out in these negative ways to get attention. And I recognize that these people that are leaving comments like this are generally hurt, whether it's sad, angry, jealous, or envious. These people are hurting. And it's okay to hurt, but it's not okay to try and hurt other people to make yourself feel better. So even though I made that rule for myself not to reply to these comments, and also not to delete them either, because I think it's important to have your right to free speech and to be able to express yourself, especially on the internet, when things can be so easily censored, I broke my rule, and I responded to this person because I thought that I had something clever to say. And after being told that I emasculated myself, I replied, "Bold of you to assume my pronouns." In hindsight, which is 2020 for everybody, this is very obviously just adding fuel to the fire, unfortunately, but it made me feel good, briefly. I still think it's kind of funny. But I replied that, and I got a reply back from this person within seconds. I mean, literally seconds of me clicking the reply button and clicking post the reply. The person shot back, and I'll read that to you as well. They replied, "By saying your pronouns basically proves my point. Soft, weak, feminine, scared, gay, or bi, I don't care how you want to sell it. I find most males under 35 predominantly feminine, but it's mostly the indoctrination, not really their fault. It's okay though, nothing wrong with bring whatever you identify as. Lamau." So even if you didn't agree with what I just said before about people speaking from a place of hurt, I think you'll now agree that this person is very clearly speaking from that place of either pain or insecurity, and they're projecting that out and trying to make themselves feel better by putting me down in this instance. This is a problem for a few reasons, but we'll talk about one specific one here. In a 2002 study from the University of Wisconsin by Kirk Malden, he said this: "Close examination of homophobic humor reveals a pattern of denigration which teaches individuals the undesirability of the homosexual role." Making comments like this, cowardly comments like this, on the internet and in person isn't just a way to hurt people. Based on this 2002 study and this connection that was formed, this is a targeted way to perpetuate behavior. This is a way to teach. We live in a generation, in a society, in a culture where children are increasingly getting their information, including their professional academic learning information, from the internet, and that includes YouTube. And when people are talking like this, they're promoting an idea of different classes, where a class that does not abide by being gay or bi or feminine or soft or weak, where that class is somehow below another class, the other class being the folks that don't abide by those things. And I think you'll agree with me that that's just wrong. I was an RA for over 3 years, and I've worked with children for over a decade, and I can assure you that the person who wrote these things to me is very much an adult, but I can also assure you that talking to people in a negative and offensive way like this is kind of one of the core foundations of bullying. The reason I'm preaching to you about this in front of this campfire here is because I want to tell you that it is so beyond okay to be these things. It is so okay to be afraid. It is so okay to be feminine or weak. And of course, your sexual orientation and gender orientation holds absolutely no bearing on your character. I don't care if your parents told you that, I don't care if your siblings told you that, and I don't care if your pastor or priest or guardian or anybody told you that. You are you because you're you. In fact, I take great pride in being able to be soft and being able to be afraid and being able to be feminine if I want to be. And who are you to tell me that that is wrong? The narrative of masculinity today comes from having ultramuscular strength and mechanical know-how, and that is unfortunately the leading narrative, and it has been that way for as long as I can remember, and probably as long as anybody who's watching this video can remember, but it doesn't have to be that way. I think there is so much value in changing these norms and being true to yourself and learning who you are, even if you have to change some things about yourself to feel truer to your proper being and to feel more like yourself, no matter what you have to do that. And I will tell you that that is where the strength comes from. In my personal life, in my experience, it comes from claiming yourself and claiming your own identity. And I will also tell you that there is no strength in suppressing yourself and falling into the societal role that your parents abused you into being. That is not strength. Being strong comes from within, and it comes from being who you are. And I want you to know that I am so happy you are here. No Ceiling started as, oh my God, I'm about to cry. No Ceiling started as a channel to get people outside and to cultivate deep respect for the land, for ourselves, and for each other. And I'm so beyond grateful that you're here. And I don't care what you look like, what color your skin is, how old you are, who you like, as long as it's not children, what your income class is. I am so happy that you're here. And I appreciate you, whether you're leaving comments, whether you're lurking or you're subscribed or not. I'm so happy you're here. And I want to thank you for going outside where there's no ceiling with me. Before we get started here, I want to tell you that I'm very happy to announce that in 2022, a new series of videos about how to be outside is going to launch. It's about how to do all the basic stuff outside. Sometimes it's hard to look up these things. WikiHow isn't the best at teaching you how to build a fire. Good for some other stuff though. And I also want to share that in 2022, my partner and I are going to be building an ambulance. So if you want to see those videos, please subscribe down below and leave a like if you like this video. And I also want to thank y'all for all of the comments and feedback. There were so many positive comments here, and they just make me so happy. And we're going to share those in the 200th subscriber special. I can't reveal exactly what it is, but I can tell you that it involves both moonshine and baking. Good luck figuring that one out. We'll get to the montage now. Thanks for listening to that. I appreciate you. Remember to get outside whenever you can. Practice good land ethic. And as always, stay hungry.